Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Welcome to 2018. I'm going to open it up with a get ready with me using affordable drugstore makeup. So here we go. All right, I'm going to start out priming with the Maybelline Master Prime. It's this one in 100. It's the clear one. See, it's like a lotion. I got the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush set, and so I'm not going to give you my thoughts on them yet because I want to use them for a little bit first. You can see I used this yesterday, but it was the same foundation, so what the heck. And that would be the Fit Me by Maybelline also. I'll give you my thoughts on the whole brush set at a later time after I've used them more. So I'm going to use some concealer today to highlight and bring it up underneath my eyes, and that would be the Rimmel Match Perfection. I love this stuff. And that way I've only got one layer of coming up underneath there. So I'm just going to do this little number because I'm highlighting, but I'm going to bring it up underneath my eyes. And this is just 2 shades lighter than the foundation that I put on. So it works really well for highlighting. Okay, I'm going to use the Morphe R10 from that collection to blend out this highlight and come up underneath my eyes. In fact, I'm just going to take it right over my eyes. Now I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte. I love this thing to go and set my eyelids, and since I put that concealer up there, this brush is a little big for that. So I'm just going to grab one of the blending brushes that was in there and use that to set my eyelids. And if anybody wants to know, this is the Morphe M518 blending brush. By the time you finish that, I would imagine that if your foundation or concealer was going to settle down into any lines, it would now. So I'm going to press that out. And now I'm going to take the Fit Me powder by Maybelline. I love this loose powder. And we're going to use the Morphe M438. But I'm going to come up underneath here and set that. I'm going to use the same brush that I just used. And this is the e.l.f. contour palette. And so I'm going to come into this brighter white-ish shade here. Tap that off. And let's just come down a little further and set where I highlighted with it. This is the highlight shade in that palette, so I am basically just setting the Rimmel with it. I want to add that this makes a really nice eyeshadow set too. So if I didn't want to be bothered with eyeshadows, I could just go ahead and use this as my eyeshadows as well. Okay, now I'm going to use this Morphe R2, but I'm going to contour. So I'm going to come into this more ashy brown and let us contour with it. And now I'm going to reach for this Morphe E47, which I'm going to tell you right now, I do love this brush. okay? I don't think this is what Jacqueline does with this, but I'm going to come back into the contour, and I'm going to come right here alongside my nose. This is like a miniature contour brush, so I think it's perfect for doing my nose. Okay, I'm going to come back into that Maybelline with this powder brush and just get some powder on there. See how it does. Okay, so now I'm going to use this M by 30, I think it is, for the blush. And the blush I'm going to use is Milani's Romantic Rose. Now let's be careful because I don't know what's going to happen here. So now I'm going to use this e.l.f. Shimmering Pearl Highlighter, and I'm going to use the M510, which is what Jacqueline likes to highlight with. I prefer doing this with a fan brush, but let's give this a try. Scary! Notice where I'm putting that highlighter. If I just go crazy here, I'm going to get texture on my cheek or get into some wrinkles. I'm very careful where I put this. I want to highlight. I do not want to emphasize anything. So, down the nose. Now I'm going to use this Rimmel palette. It's called, it's the number 2 London Nudes Calling London, or London Nudes Calling, something like that. I'm going to use that on my eyes. First I'm going to take this brush I was using a while ago from Morphe because it's kind of stiff. I'm going to come into this dark brown here with this brush, and I'm going to tip my head back just a little bit and go for my crease. Yeah, I thought so. This stuff's pretty pigmented. So notice I've got this clear back here, not toward the ferrule, so that I can just lightly put this on my lid. And circle in, circle out. And then I'm just going to kind of drag down onto my eyelid a little bit and up. Now I'm going to switch off to this M504. It's a really fluffy blender, and I'm just going to come up here and kind of blend that harsh line of that shadow. And then I'm going to get this light shade here that kind of looks like Wet n Wild's Creme Brulee. It's a matte, and I'm going to blur it a little more with this. This is a transition shade. Said I'm not reviewing this brush set because that's not fair. I've not used them long enough. But I will tell you, of the brushes I've still not used in here yet, there's no shader. Well, there is. There's a tiny little detail shader. But I wouldn't use this typically to go over my entire lid. So I'm going to have to go outside the box. Okay, so instead I'm just going to go for this little $1 shader from e.l.f. I'm going to come into this last shade, which is kind of a bronzy brown. That's really pretty, but I wish I had gone in my crease with a different color than this, but it's all right. It'll work out. That's a really, really pretty bronze color. This set has plenty of blenders. So this one's the 441. It's clean. So I'm going to take it and come in here and pick up this color here and run it in my crease also, just to kind of help tie in the bronze on my lid, because this shade here is more of the one I've got in my crease now. I don't think it's more of a cool color, and what I just put on my lid is more warm. So I'm just going to kind of shift the crease a little bit. This one here is the M432, and it is a pusher. I call it a pusher. And I'm going to come back into this bronzy shade again and take that under my eye. The Rimmel Scandal Eyes. Which many of you know is my favorite. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow. This is in brunette to do my eyebrows. And thanks to black castor oil, I now actually have a shape of an eyebrow to follow. So my arch is right here. I'm just going to take this spoolie and comb my hairs into their natural shape here. And see, I have an arch up here. I didn't have that prior to castor oil, so thank you, black castor oil, for that. And then the way I do things now that I actually have hair up there with it is I try to follow where my natural arch is. So I start at my arch. That's the high point of my brow. And then I do the outer tail. It's still a little sparse right here, but I do actually have eyebrows there now. Then I come for the front and I draw up to that arch. It makes filling in my brows so much easier. Then I come to the front and there are hairs there, and I just add a few more. But I'm following what God gave me. Okay, what I'm going to do is use this e.l.f. correcting pen. You guys know that I loved my YSL, but I'm out. So I've been trying to make this work. It's not bad. And then I'm going to take the Morphe 213 and I'm going to dip into it and come up underneath here. It's a really tiny little detailer. It's pretty good for this. And then I clean up from underneath. And this also always helps with my highlight up at the top. This kind of helps it carve out that brow and diffuse what's at the top more. Okay, before I finish, I'm going to use this hard candy. You know, sometimes I come in here even if I'm not wearing makeup and I just spray this stuff on my face. I think it's got some really good stuff in it, and I know it's supposed to be a primer, but I use it more often than not as a setting spray. But I really like that. It does a good job of illuminating my face, right? While that's setting, I'm going to take Milani's Teddy Bear. I love these. They smell like Jolly Ranchers. And they're very nourishing. Okay, I like to use, when I have it in my possession, the L'Oreal extensions for my lower eyelashes. And I'm going to just put some of that on. I've curled up my eyelashes and I'm just using the L'Oreal eyelash primer on my top lashes. This is Lash Paradise. I would have to say at the moment, it is my favorite mascara. Definitely my favorite mascara from the drugstore. All right, I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'll be back. This is my finished look. I hope that you guys like it. I like being able to do affordable drugstore looks for you guys. I do have more than high-end makeup in my arsenal. Thank you so much for being the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not, well, then just hit the subscribe button. It's down there somewhere down here. Hit that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, and then you'll be part of the Fritzy family. Also, I've been asked to not give this part up. So every once in a while, I'm going to ask you to see that gray bell?
Ring my bell, ring my bell.
And then you'll be notified every single time I make a video, and that's an important thing. Yeah. Also, an important thing is a thumbs up. So please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're not having a blessed day, please go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Hi guys, it's Veronica. Betty wanted me to tell you that that's not my name. I was just trying to psych you out. I feel like Snow White looking into this thing. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of us all? You are the queen in your OMG crown. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, before we get started, you guys might notice scratch marks on me. There's a beast that I live with. Beauty and the Beast. Shy Guy's the Beast, not me. Just saying. See, somebody been scratching me. It's not all that exciting. It's me. I scratched me. Whatever. Ow! Freaking heck! What? My eye is twitching. That usually happens when I'm all stressed out about something. It's like if you go slow and fast, slow and fast. It's like karate on your face. That's like opening up my sinuses. I'm gonna have to think outside the box. Get it? I'm gonna have to think outside the box. Just let it go, Mary. Did you guys ever watch Lost? We're bringing a smoke monster in the house. The smoke monster is on my eyes. Mission accomplished. Dun 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 da da da. Hi, mission was accomplished. I got the mascara out from underneath the desk. Boy, you got the lipstick on. That's attractive, isn't it? You got lipstick on your teeth. What a shame on you. Lipstick on your teeth. Total tail on you. Lipstick on your teeth. Says you don't know how to put lipstick on your mouth. I can totally write songs to ones that exist.